Hello everyone, and welcome to my coloring corner. It has been a very long Fun Stuff Friday, and I know I don't normally do flips on Fun Stuff Friday, but we have this wonderful fairy houses and fairy doors coloring book series that I have been working on all week. And of course, I have volume 4 here. So we are going to do a flip through of this. It is illustrated by Dawn D. Boyer. And of course, I have told you all about her throughout the week. The great thing about these books, and you can just watch her progression from start to finish in her techniques, in her drawings, as she adds more and more and more detail to her pictures. And it's just wonderful watching as it goes progressively down the line. Now, I haven't had a whole lot of time today to investigate this book, so we're going to investigate it together. It has been a long day. We've had an ice storm, we've had power outages, we've had internet outages. So for all of the videos that are uploading in this evening, unfortunately, they were all recorded this morning, and YouTube has decided that they're just going to willy-nilly put them out whenever they decide to, and they are out of order. So just so you know, there's another, as you go through, they're out of order. It should go the markers, the Sergeant Arts, then the Star Joys, and then this wonderful book. So if you want to watch them in order, those are the order that I recorded them in. But YouTube doesn't like me today, so, well, the internet doesn't like me today. But, all the fun and joys. So, of course, Dawn has all of the information throughout the start of her books, the introduction, how she came to doing coloring books and that sort of thing. She also has on this side of the page all of her cover art design, things like that. And yeah, so then we go into this area, which is a fantastic little grouping of smaller pictures where you can practice, do some sample coloring, sample your colors and that sort of thing. If you've watched the videos from today, you'll know that I colored one of the sample pages out of volume 3 today during my testing of my new pencils. All right. So this also tells you all of the different coloring contests and who won them for the cover colorings of her books. And of course, all the other coloring book cover participants. And it also goes into different ways that you can use the illustrations in the book. They're, of course, as a coloring book. We all want to use it as a coloring book. But there's also little Easter eggs throughout the pages that you can find. Pull out the pages and, use them for fine art. You can put them up on your walls and that sort of thing. The paper in these books is absolutely wonderful. It's not really, really thin, but it's not extremely thick. And it seems to do really well with an assortment of different colored pencils. So we're going to start here. It does go into different things about the book and about her process and different ways that she illustrated and stuff like that. So we'll, of course, make sure that you read the entire about section. It's a few pages, but it's a really good, interesting window into the mind of this wonderful artist. So we've got a wonderful set of doors here. Of course, the human door and the fairy door. And I'm not going to show you where any of the fairies are this time. You guys got to find them on your own. I can see them and I want to. Believe me, I want to. And this one is, of course, a wonderful little sea shanty at the end of the pier with the beach all around it. Absolutely adorable little things that you can see, like the clam shells and the little ladder going up. And of course, she's got little Easter eggs, little hidden things that you gotta find. Now, this is one of her pictures out of another book, and she's added more things to it. So if you do purchase the entire series, you can compare the different houses throughout each book and see where she's added things and see where she's enhanced things, which is really kind of cool. Oh, this one's really cute. It's a little camper caravan. That's adorable. I love that. Oh, and here we have a little castle one. Little fairy in the castle and lots of wonderful flowers there. And here we have a little pine cone type of house. And I'm not even going to talk about the tree behind it. One of the things I've noticed in her books is that she does seem to enjoy the tree sprites, the trees that are there protecting the forest. A wonderful little fairy house here. Of course, she's got the vines behind it and cobwebs and all sorts of wonderful things. This one is in her other books. So definitely take a look. If, like I said, if you buy the entire series, make sure that you look at each book and the differences in the pictures and see where she has enhanced things and moved things into the future. This one's really, really cute. It's an entire little fairy house, and it's probably a little statue that they've made the fairy house into. So cute. Oh, turtles. This one has turtles. I love that. That is so cute. She's added turtles. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, and she's added some nice little faces to the fairies this time around, too. Ooh, sneaky snake. There's a sneaky snake. I'll watch those. They'll eat fairies. And there's another wonderful castle type of fairy house. A beautiful little fairy door in the garden. Oh, a frog. Look at the frog. I just love all the little things that she adds. They're just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And of course we have our double stairway and she's added some things. And some of the details that she's added are very, very small, not small, minuscule, but there's still details that enhance the picture a lot. Oh, there's a snail and little vines and just really, really, really cute. There's a little owl there. It's a fantastic little fairy house hidden in the woods and the grasses and the flowers. And then we have a brick fairy house here, and there's a turtle and some butterflies and a little deer. Oh, this one's even got a Zen circle. It's got a little Zen circle. And a cute little house too. Lots of details in these ones. These ones you take your time to color so that you cover all the little details and make them pop. There's an ant. I think it's an ant, because that's also a type of ant, I guess. Or it could be yeah, it's an ant. You never know. And of course, the dragonfly. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful pictures. And we've got a fairy house here with, looks like a little troll back there, and then a beetle, and this one's in a mushroom. All different leaves and wonderful things. And this one is another little castle one. And this one's got bees. Wonderful bees in the flowers, getting all the pollen. And she's found something. Oh, the cactus one. I love this one. Cactuses are so pretty when they bloom. And this one is in full bloom. And of course, we've got our scorpion there. Oh, a new bug there. Absolutely wonderful. The details in her pictures are just, the more detail she puts in, the better they are. Oh, there's a new one. This one's got the fairy door in the beach house there, underneath the Fay Ray boat. Oh, and this one's got the fairy door in the door going into the garden. That's awesome. I just love the grayscale effect that she's put on these leaves. It's almost like little photographs of the leaves, which is fantastic. Oh, this one looks like a little grapevine. Little fairy door there with a welcome sign. And of course, there's snails and wonderful, wonderful flowers. Oh, and this one has, I'm not quite sure what that creature is. It could be a little bear or a troll. And the house is in a tree with the pine cones and the frog. Such a cute frog. I love frogs. They're so cute. And of course, the pine needles. And this one looks like a little koi pond one, more than likely in a Asian setting. They've got a lovely little Zen garden there and a food garden there. Oh, isn't he cute? The little squirrel and the grasshopper. Oh, and the boot. This is a different boot than the other boot that we've seen. It's got a big bug there. So many details, lots and lots of details. Oh, look at that frog. That's a really good frog. And a fantastic fairy house. Love the raindrop windows. Those are so cool. And then we have the fairy house in the roots of the tree. And of course, it goes up into the tree because we can see the windows there. And the different lilies and all the leaves and flower petals. Absolutely wonderful. I love how there's little faces on the logs of wood there. It's so cute. And then we have another little ocean type of one with the seashells and the lean-to and the boat. So it looks like it may be in the reeds. And this one here is really cute. It almost looks like a little face with a little mustache. And of course, it's got some gorgeous flowers to color too. Now, the one thing that I will say about these books is they're really, really long. She puts a lot of detail and a lot of pages. There is a lot of wonderful coloring pages in every book, which is wonderful. And this one is a little bit of a crazy house. It's got all different angles and everything else, wonderful mushrooms growing into it, and of course the vines and the flowers, just fantastic. And of course we have the house in the tree again, a different type of tree, a different type of house, and she's got the wonderful hinges there and the snail. And another one with some fantastic lilies. Looks like it's in the roots of a tree or a stump, probably a stump. You never know. It could be. It could even be in a bit of dirt, a little bit of a hill. Has a wonderful shingle roof there, and another one that looks like it has a lot of the wood elements. I'm not sure if it's just the little bits of branches holding up the roof, and the rest of it is made with clay, which would be cool. And I do apologize, my power just flickered again, so hopefully I get through the rest of the book without the power going out. That would be awesome. Oh, a fairy swing. I love fairy swings. Another absolutely wonderful fairy house. And this one is a wonderful fairy house in the hill. And as you can see, it goes through and up into other tunnels. Has a lovely deer and a bit of a caterpillar there. And some wonderful daisy type flowers. And then we have our squirrel with it, the nut, and this wonderful log house. It looks like it's got some bleeding hearts there, and of course the wood nymph there looking over everybody and making sure they're all good and okay. Oh, this one's got a gecko. So it's got a lizard and a spider and a mama deer and a baby deer and a snail and a little mouse. This one has all different creatures. Lots of different creatures visiting this one. Oh, and there's little things in the I can see different. It's funny because you look at things and you see different little shapes in all the flowers, which is just wonderful. And another little chipmunk and another fantastic little house. This one's got a praying mantis and a chipmunk. And of course the beautiful flowers behind. And I'm not pointing out the fairy. I know you can see him. And this one, I'm not quite sure what this little creature is, but he's adorable. It might be a bat. It may be a bat or a little bear, or I'm not quite sure, but he's cute. And then a fantastic little, probably a little mud hut with a little bit of stonework there and some branches for the roof. And of course, some beautiful flowers. And this absolutely adorable little fella. Oh, and then we have a tree house. It's all different little windows there going all the way up the tree. And of course, our wood nymph there, or our wood fairy. It could be the fairy. You never know. I think it's the wood fairy. And little spider webs in the windows. And then we've got this wonderful one with all the different levels made out of the shale mushrooms. You know, those ones that grow out of the side of the tree, and they all grow in different levels. That's what that reminds me of. And I hope that's what she meant it to be. And wonderful leaves covering the windows and doors. It's so cool. Oh, and then we have the cricket house. I like cricket houses. This one is absolutely fantastic. You go up into the mushroom and all the way back up into the house. And it's got some wonderful flowers and some fruit. Oh, there's a jackrabbit. That's cool. This is a wonderful looking little house. I love the details. The design of it is really cool, and it has the little shutters and everything else. It's very, very, very cool. Oh, and a hummingbird. That one's got a hummingbird. And you can see the door behind the tree trunks there into the wall of the garden. And this one is another one in a tree. You can see the fairy door there and the different windows. Wonderful frog and another spider and some oak leaves. And of course the fairy. I'm not going to show it. I will, but and there's some bees in this one. A wonderful little porch, and of course the windows, and I love the smooth curves of the house. It's very, very cool. Looks like it may even be in a strawberry garden. And this one is another one in a tree with some different ferns around it. And she's put a lot of detail into the bark of the tree. That's really cool. Really, really cool. And there's a lizard. And this one is in the stump of a tree and has some wonderful mushroom cap roof. And of course, some great leaves behind it, and a lizard. There's a lizard. I like lizards. And then we have the wonderful koi pond, where you go across the bridge into a little island in the koi pond where the wonderful fairy house is. And they've got some great koi fish and some lily pads, and really, really cute. And of course, the bulrushes and that sort of thing. And then we have another little crooked house. And crooked houses are so cool. And she's made all the windows, follow the lines of the house, which is just awesome. I love that. And of course, some beautiful flowers and a rain barrel. And she's added some details into the inside of the house, which is cool. And that is the end of volume 4. The next area is a bonus section where she's lets you look at different books that she has available. So, of course, this is from Fairy Houses and Doors. I do believe number 1. Yes. And this one here is, I think, number 2. I could be wrong. It could be a different one. What one is that? I can't really see it from this angle. And I can't see it even at another angle. I can't visually see. So, but it doesn't say what one it came from. So, and I can't see on the picture which one it came from. And of course, these are the Day of the Dead sugar skulls. And then we have Undersea Tropical Wonders. I just love that fish and the starfish. Nope, that's a sunfish. That's a starfish. And a sea slug. Have you ever seen a sea slug? I have. Sea slugs are really cool looking. And then, of course, this is Fairy Houses and Fairy Doors Volume 2. So the other one must be Volume 1. Because this one has the name Volume 2 on it. So, and this is Valentine Heart Sapphire. And this one is Tantalizing Tangles, Volume 1 and